The days for mitigation seem to be gone, but I will say that he will, once he gets through this, and he probably will, he will exact revenge on a lot of people, a lot of people.
And here with me right now is a former senior White House aide, Omarosa Manigault-Newman. She's also the author of Unhinged, an insider's account of the Trump White House. Good to see you again. I see you're all decked out in your Christmas red there after going to church and hearing the good Lord's message. Omarosa, the president is in Mar-a-Lago, as you know, this weekend. It is raining down there in South Florida. And according to Vice News, Elizabeth Landers, so is Rudy Giuliani, Charlie Kirk, Laura Ingraham, Candace Owens. Any ideas on what they may be talking about?
You know, we always regret it when the president headed down to Mar-a-Lago, and particularly when it rained. That's a very terrible combination. That means that he can't go out and golf or do anything else that would keep his mind off of all of his troubles. So that means he's going to be sitting with his thumb on his Twitter and ready to go after anybody that he believes has screwed him or crossed him. And certainly vengeance will be on his mind.
Vengeance on his mind. I do remember years ago when we had that PBS special talking about then candidate Donald Trump, and that soundbite of note from you where you were saying if and when he becomes president, watch out to all of his enemies. He became president, he became impeached. Yes. How vengeful, or is this a revengeful person?
Well, you know, he tweeted back, this is when we were doing Celebrity Apprentice, that revenge was sweet, not fattening. He actually loved the idea of getting even. In fact, he writes about it in many of his books about getting even with anyone who crosses him. And so Donald Trump has kept a list from when he was running in the campaign. Even I remember talking with him during transition. He's kept a list of people that he believes has wronged him. And recently, as you know, with impeachment, that list has grown, and he is going through that list, and he's trying to figure out ways that he can undermine them, whether that's through policy, whether that's through calling them names or trying to attack them publicly. But Donald Trump will find a way, in his mind, even fighting with people who are deceased, to get even.
Yeah, as we saw that play out this past week there in Michigan in regards to the Congressman Dingell. So give me a sense. You've seen all of the players in this impeachment battle, including many administration folks who have spoken out there. Who would be, if the president is vengeful, who would be top of the list, and how would that revenge look like?
Well, there's no question at the top of his list is Nancy Pelosi, because he has a very special type of venom that he reserves for women in power, and particularly this woman who has one-upped him, who has beat him at his game. I mean, no one has ever played Donald Trump quite the way that she has, in such a public way, in a way that will forever kind of tattoo a mark on him. And so he is trying to plot a way, somehow, some way, to get even with Speaker Pelosi.
Is there anybody within his inner circle, as far as you know, who's pushing back at all at him right now?
No. In fact, the people who are left around Donald Trump right now are feeding his worst instincts, are feeding his idea that, yes, we should go after these people, and these are the ways that we can go after them. I mean, I think about Steve Miller and Mick Mulvaney, you know, who was the head of OMB, who oversaw the withholding of these funds from Ukraine. These are the people who are surrounding him, and instead of cautioning him and trying to get him to put the country first, they are, in fact, feeding his need to go after people who have led to this impeachment and ultimately to his demise.
All right. Omarosa Manigault-Newman, appreciate your time. Merry Christmas.
Thanks. Merry Christmas.
Have fun.